Totally realized I forgot to turn on my mic. It has been a long week anyway, so I'm not even surprised. Like, I'm not going to say I'm ran ragged because, quite frankly, I know that my boss is probably a lot worse off than I am as far as his exhaustion goes, and I can't really make comparisons. I'm not trying to. But, like, ever since I got out of the hospital, ever since I made it back into working, picking up whatever shifts I can get, being limited to overnights, and even funnier is like I had to revisit my old work site where I haven't been for a long while. They had me going to Austin for a bit, and then they had me going to a gas station for a short temporary contract. But like, I haven't been to that site in a long time, and it's like I can't give too many details without revealing too much information about the client. But essentially, it's a power company with power stuff, copper and everything. So that's why we're there. Break-ins and fun stuff, people stealing. But the best part, and by the way, I had to put this down as like a personal testimony that I'm going to make a video on if I ever get the time anymore. I will. I have to. It is. No, it is. We have a bunch of problems I can't get into, but it was good for a time. There's a lot more involvement than the first time I ever went there, because before it was like, oh, well, all you need to do is go from the front, you park there, you be a presence, and then you go back, and then you go forth, and I would switch between two different places so they knew that I wasn't asleep, and be like, oh, well, he's active. So now I can't do that because now the back is getting broken into, and we have to be a presence in the back of the building, not inside, outdoor building, but people will be breaking in and stealing stuff, and now it's like, okay, now we have to be a little more involved, so our job just got harder. It went from just be a presence in the front to now you have to be a presence in the back, out of your vehicle. So again, I'm not going to reveal too much more information, and too many details would probably get me in trouble if they ever found this stream or video, whatever. But also because I don't want to reveal who I work for. The less people know about my personal life on that one. Yeah, but like I was mentioning, so what happened... So now we have to do a walk around the property, and this is kind of what led into my dehydration story that I mentioned prior, which was I walked the length of like 3 football fields without hydrating. Now this time I'm hydrated and I'm keeping a point. Like every time I do a walk, I sit back, I take one of these 1 liter bottles, and I finish roughly about either a third or a half of it. That way I'm never dehydrated. But like the downside is that I have to like pee a lot, let's be honest. But I'm not dehydrated. I'm never going to run into that situation again, and hopefully I won't have a relapse on my ITP again because of this. I do believe it was the dehydration, because it was like stress on my body to like empty out everything. I do really think that was the reason, though. Exactly, safe than sorry. Speaking of safe than sorry, so let me tell you about this, because I've told almost everybody, but I haven't told everybody. But the story is kind of getting a little bit repetitive, so let me give you the short version, because again, it's going to be on my personal testimony for another video in the future, and I'll explain why. So yesterday, I'm there. I have to be there at 5 p.m., which, by the way, this is supposed to be like a 12-hour shift, so the walking is what's kind of like exhausting me right now. So it wasn't the 12 hours. I could go the 12 hours, but they have me walking, and they want me to kind of mix it up from time to time. So I'm walking my usual perimeter. So we have to watch the fence line because they're cutting into the fence. So we have to watch the fence line. We have to make sure, okay, look for people like clipping through, whatever not. And I do the same, the same roundabouts, trying to look for those details in the fences. And so I make it to, like, the best way I can explain it is that it's kind of like square. There's like a corner area that we kind of loop around in like a U shape. If I could, I have the whiteboard here? I do. Give me 1 second. Invest in a whiteboard, they said. I'll never use it, I said. No, I never did. But, okay, so let's, be easier this way. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so the fence line kind of works like this. So there's the building right here and another building like right here. So fence line, fence line, fence line, kind of a fence line goes into a U shape. This is like open fields, whatever. Put this back live, it's not there. Okay, and then go around over here. There's another fence line over here. I'll talk about that later, but this is a very important spot right over here, so keep in mind. So my routine consists of always maintaining this perimeter, this one kind of goes into another fence line that belongs to another property. So this one's not as important, but I still look. Over here is our property, but there's no fencing. It's just that there's a grass patch here, so we can't literally check on anything. I come over here, and this is where, like, their fence line kind of comes into play, like going down over here, and then like over here, like it's weird. I can't describe it. So my idea is that I have to watch there, and then I come around over here, and then this is the fence line I got to watch, and a fence line over here that I can't fit because it's too small. But this is like the kind of thing I got to watch. But the reason we're watching it anyway, and we have to watch everything in between, obviously, like if they broke in and we only noticed the cut-in, whatever, it's like, okay, they're probably still in the property, or we chased them off. I don't know. But if I notice any new cuts, haven't, then I notify someone and we get police. So right about right here, at this corner, because I was trying to look and see about the fence, because there's still like a little leeway in that corner over here. So I'm about over here just overlooking the entire thing. So remember that this property right here is owned by someone else. On the other side of the fence, there was Park PD. And Park PD just comes around, there's like a little dirt trail for them to drive on in their car, and I'm like, I'm in that corner coming around from some of the transformers. So I'm not acting suspicious. I'm not acting out of the ordinary. I walk around, I make it look like I'm supposed to be there. Or at least I believe I do that. I don't really think that I made myself suspicious or anything. But he comes around, he slows down, he starts slowing, and it looks like he's like trying to eyeball me, but I can't tell from that distance because his windows are so tinted and the lighting at the time was like against his windshield. Yeah, you know where this is going, it's going to get worse. So he stops, and I figure in the back of my head, I'm like, based upon his behavior, he's definitely suspicious of me and is probably thinking that I don't belong there. But here's the thing. Do I have the shirt without the logos? Yes, I do. So I'm wearing this colored pants and this colored shirt and about that gray of a jacket on top of it. But these are the colors that I'm wearing. Make sure it's on the camera. Yeah, so a little higher then. A little higher, come on. Yeah. So these are the colors that I'm wearing. Now, anybody that sees me, and I'm not, by the way, again, dressed like a vagrant. I'm actually pretty professional in my appearance aside from the jacket. It was drizzling anyway. So the reason that I bring this up is because, like, I'm wearing those colors. Like, I'm openly wearing those colors. This is the uniform. Like, this is official. So he's eyeballing me, and, like, I'm not doing anything different. I'm wearing a black baseball cap at most, but again, it's raining, so cover my hair. Good. Prevents frizz. Heck, I even waved to the guy. I'm like, make it known that, hey, if you acknowledge me, like, I'm supposed to be here, it's okay. No, apparently it wasn't enough. So I walk back through the Transformers, and I'm like, he's probably going to call the police. So I anticipated in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? If the police come, I'll just explain it, you know, whatever. But I was hoping that that wouldn't be the case until, and this is where it gets funny. So remember that this is like a very large distance. So I'm parked wherever I need to be in the back at the time, so it doesn't really matter where I am. But this is the perimeter I have to go to, and there's another portion of property there that's not important. But this is where I have to go. So this is like roughly... I want to say like roughly 1,000 feet. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that length. I don't know how to really guesstimate it, truth be told. I don't know how big the property is. But yes, it does get worse. So now I make it... Whoops, I forgot. I make it like right about... Because remember, there's also a bunch of stuff there. So I go the perimeter. I do my thing. The police are like over here. And I'm coming in right about over here. If you could see that. I don't know if I kept it too low. Yeah. So that's where I am. That's where the police are. That's where we meet. So from a distance, the only thing that I see is 2 police officers. One of them pretty average looking, you know, nothing different about him that's out of the ordinary or that would trigger any alarms. The second one triggers an alarm because he's walking up with a rifle. He's not walking up with just his normal gear and, you know, his handgun, whatever. No, he's got a full-on rifle. And the first thought of my mind is, oh, crap. What did the guy report? So, here's the thing. And this is where it goes. This is what I mean by a testimony, by the way. Because I don't know what other people would think. It is very possible that other people could have remained very calm in the situation. But I was so calm that you would probably look at me like, bro, are you crazy? Like, do you have a death wish? Because all I did was, hey, I'm over here. Like, I waved to them so that they saw me. Like, I wasn't trying to hide. He had to raise his rifle my direction, and he's like, hey, put both your hands up. Okay, both of them up. No, this is literally me right now. It's just the moment I was like, hey, I'm over here. He sees me. He points his rifle. I'm not acting sporadic, so I don't think there would be any reason for him to look at me and be like, oh, shoot, and then, like, pew, pew. Like, I wasn't doing anything of that sort. But I was like, hey, I'm over here. He sees me. He raises his rifle. He's like, okay, show me both your hands. That's literally my expression, by the way. I'm just like, yep. Walk over to the fence. Okay. So I'm doing it. Walk up to the fence. Turn around and lift your jacket. Raise the jacket. Okay, turn back around and come towards the fence. Come towards the fence, he sees my badge. I figured you were security. He puts his rifle down. So I'm going to be 100% honest. The guy acted very professional, so I don't think that he was in a totally alert position, like feeling like he would have to do something. But I found out the reason why they brought the rifle was because the dumbass who made the report said that, oh, there's someone on the property. They're wearing a ski mask. And they're wearing a khaki vest. Did you want to tell him about the bazooka I wasn't holding? Like, at that point, like, did you just want to tell him I had something? Did you want to tell him that I had, like, a gigantic axe, too? Did you tell him about my 7-foot bodyguard named Broly? Exactly! Like, dude, did you want to tell him about my heavy machine gun as well? Like, dude, it's funny, too, because, like, here's the thing. Let me just say, I'm not blaming the officer, like the actual PD, for coming the way that they did. Because based on the information that they were given, they already knew that there was a security guard on site. But with the information they were given, they were told specifically 2 traits. One was a ski mask, one was armor. If someone actually was trying to break in for copper and wearing armor and everything, you know, that kind of makes sense that it would be like, hey, you know, I have to prepare just in case. Better safe than sorry. But the way that he addressed it, he's like, I figured you were security. It was like, okay. He basically understands. I don't think he was going to actually do anything. I had so much faith in the minute that I was going to be okay. But, in the back of my head, Lord protect me, whatever. But this is the thing. They figured it was security, but they also figured that the report was very crappy. Because that was what the guy reported. They were like, yeah, the guy said ski mask and, khaki body armor. I don't know about you, but I didn't think about it at the time. And I'm going to explain anyway. But, khaki body armor doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I figured that there is khaki body armor. I'm not doubting that it existed. But the most common color that you would get anyway is black. There would be no reason to kind of special order khaki body armor. So I had 2 supervisors that I had to report to, and then 1 other sergeant that was on duty that evening, so I technically could have gone to him. So he came and checked up on me, that other one that wasn't my supervisor. So I called my first supervisor, because I was on the radio, hey, I need to contact you after everything was finished. The officers were just yeah, let me just get your picture so I could get a report in and, let them know that security's on site so we could avoid this in the future. So, yeah, most common is black, exactly. So after that, I radioed in, hey, if one of my supervisors is on the radio, you give me a call. None of them were on the radio. They were off that day, unbeknownst to me. It doesn't matter because I could call them. I'm out of the sticky situation anyway. The cops weren't doing anything. They weren't taking action, so it was great. Security for the robber. Robber. But yeah, I called my supervisor, and this supervisor, by the way, had his own incident that I won't go into. It's too much personal, but basically it involved a guy having a gun too. Thankfully not as bad as mine, but he basically had that, and his adrenaline is probably still running, and I know he cares about me, even though he may not express it too well. But when I called him and I told him the whole thing, he's like, good shit, bro. Good shit. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it now. Nothing happened. You're all good. You're all good. And it's I know he cares. I know he cares. I'm not trying to say he doesn't. But it's kind of funny that was his reaction. That's just the way he expresses it. Then I call... No, then I didn't call the other one. The other sergeant that's not my supervisor comes in, and I have to actually meet him, and I tell him about the situation. Now, this guy... I like him even more because his first reaction is, what the actual Are you kidding me? Why? There was no need to bring a rifle. There was no need to be pointing it at you. There's no reason to point it at you. There's no reason to point it at anybody. Or even let alone bring it. And then he brought up a point that I didn't think about. Khaki body armor is a light color. Why would you wear a light color if you're trying to be hidden and break into a place? Black is more of an absorbing color. If you're trying to remain hidden, you wouldn't just openly put yourself there, but also, again, black body, I didn't think about that. A light color. No, that actually makes sense. Yeah, because it draws attention to you. Especially since all the machinery around is not really gray, it's darker colors. So, a khaki would show. The ground and everything is khaki, but are you on the ground? The answer is no. Also, I'm wearing green. Fatigues. Do I not look like a security officer? Again, the ski mask, too, is another thing, too. So he was angry on my behalf, and I was like, oh, I like this dude. I like him a lot. He's a cool guy. They call him Slaughter. I think I might have said too much. Anyway, now you know his identity. So then I called my other supervisor called me, and this one was about I guess, again, the beard, but I was wearing, a black hat? Maybe? The guy's blind, apparently. He thought I was wearing a ski mask. I could see, the thickness of my beard contributing to, maybe a face mask. Maybe, Bam, but the guy's an idiot. He's also blind. They need to get new security over there. Yeah, probably still. But then my other supervisor calls, and he, by the way, has a laugh session. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But he's having a laugh about it. He's laughing it off, probably worried himself, but he's been in security for 10 years, and he's about my age. So he's like, I know he cares, too. I know they all care. They all care, and I am enjoying this job. I'm enjoying working for the company I'm with, and quite frankly, it's I'm in the right place for them to care this much about me and everything going on. But the personal testimony is my faith has changed my mentality and my way of perceiving things and my perspective and my reactions so far to the point that I was literally one wrong move away from potentially being a victim to an incident involving the police. I was just one wrong step away from that. Let it be what it'll be. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to do my best to obviously quell the situation. That was just it. Like, this isn't like a, oh, it's so life-changing, oh my god, I had to, like, no, it happened. This was literally how I was acting during that time. I wasn't at all one bit nervous talking to them. I completely understood their situation. I was like, no, I completely get it. I was trying not to act suspicious when he saw me. I was trying to actually wave him off and be like, hey, I belong here, but he obviously didn't get it. But, like, that's the thing. Like, I know the way I would have acted before, nervous and everything. I would have been so scared I didn't know what to do. It is because of the change that I had that I know for a fact that it was what kind of led to me just acting as calm as I am and being as calm as I am and feeling inside my head and in my body calm as hell. Yeah. Pretty much. Well, again, they couldn't. Until I found out what the defining features were, I shouldn't have suspected anything, and I didn't suspect anything. I just knew that the cops were called on me. I didn't know the description that was given. So when they told me that the description was khaki body armor and a ski mask, it was like, oh, that's why you brought the rifle. Got it. Now that makes sense. So anyway, that was the entire spiel right there. Nothing really additional happened that night other than some internal politics that I can't go into because I'm not a supervisor, and that is above my pay grade. But I will tell you, I found a new work bestie, so that's fun. Anyway, I don't know what I want to play, but I also need to check on the game updates real fast because it's been like a good week since I did this. Is there any updates? Oh my god, there's no updates. But there is some VOD reviews I need to do. So I want to do that, and I also want to play some Star Wars, but I do have to go into work at 11 tonight, so I have to be off by 9:30 to get ready, so I have like about 2.5 hours. Let me go use the bathroom. Yeah, you and me both will be right back. Funny. Alright, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright. Venture forth. Nobody's touching her. Yeah, can I also... can I quickly point something out, by the way, while I'm pulling up the stuff for the VOD review? So, you know what I find funny is that nobody's playing Venture, as I understand. Like, she's a very, like, underwhelming hero for the releasing that they did, for what they did. I can't speak. For what they did. And I just find it funny. Like... Okay, good, I'm on the right one. Yeah, like, I find it hilarious. Oh, so she is getting gameplay? I mean, hey, if she's getting gameplay... But I was going to point out, like, for like, a lackluster release, like, mixed reviews, like, mixed... Yeah? I was hearing the opposite, so, hey, you would know better than me. Yep, you would know better than me. I haven't touched this game anyway, but I found it funny anyway that with the news that I was hearing. Yeah, compared to like the new, like with hero releases, like they usually get a lot of gameplay, and Mauga, like bam, he had a very strong release. Let's be honest, he was a very OP hero, and his tuning is like make or break for him. So, suffice to say, yeah, I'm gonna record this, but I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload it. I'll record it, but I'm already sitting on like 3 VOD reviews that I haven't released yet, so I don't know when the next time I'll be able to, but... Lifeweaver. I wasn't around for Lifeweaver, so I can't make a judgment call on that, as I understand. Like, I never liked him. He just is a very uncomfortable character for me, and... Quite frankly, he just didn't... It was very... That and Alari. Like, him and Alari are very... I don't know. We'll have to go over that. Anyway, moving on to this. Go over here. Turn you on. Perfect. Wrong one. C E56X.
Arriving at Watchpoint, ready for battle.
Okay. There you are. I was like, I had to look for you. No, it's... Well, no. It's not a negative, kind of. I don't know about Alara. Like, I actually like her as a hero, I'll be 100% honest. Here's... How do I explain this? I explained it before a long time ago, and I lost the articulation. It's, like, hard to put a tab on it. There's nothing wrong with her kit. There's nothing wrong with the character. But she felt out of place. Like she didn't belong in the game. For lack of better description, it's hard, again, very hard for me to articulate. But she felt out of place alongside Lifeweaver. And here's the thing. I left when Lifeweaver was released, and I stayed out until after Alari was released. So that could have attributed to how I felt disconnected from her as a character and a hero. But, you know, it's weird. I don't know. I'll try and articulate it a little bit later, but I think you kind of get where I'm going here. It's like, yeah, she is in the game lore. It's just she feels very disconnected from what Overwatch is. The other DPS is your duo. Okay, so you're worth... Oh, that's why you're seeing Venture. You have your duo playing Venture. Yeah, like... Yeah, I'll talk about the story thing another day, but I made that same comment and people were like shredding that one to pieces like, no, they're part of the lore, you're an idiot. I'm like, okay. Sure. How involved are they in the main story again? Just checking. Alright, let's see. I feel like I played very badly, but I can't point out key points where I done goof. Well, your first goof is playing Ash. God, I need to make that joke again. Pretend to laugh at that when I say it again. Okay, so let me pull up here. We're going to start recording. Alright, VOD review. Perfect, okay. So, Sage is here to join me. Like I said, I'm recording this. I hate you so much. I didn't even make the joke yet. Okay. Jokes aside, though. So, Sage is here in chat. I'm actually reviewing his gameplay, which is good. That means I get some direct feedback. He's playing Ash and McCree, which is funny because why he's playing Ash makes no sense. But but basically what he put in short, I'll just quickly read it verbatim to fill him in. He's with a duo, and he can't point out key points where he done goof. He just feels like he played badly, so that's what I'm here for. And it's been a while, so let's exercise my coaching muscle. No, wrong one. No, wrong one again. Where's there you are. All right, so we're gonna put you. Where are you? Then bam, 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 and bam. Okay. Righty, let's do it.
We're doing this my
Ready
way.
for battle.
Thanks.
Ready for battle.
Okay, pause right
5,
there. Okay, so
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
okay, so this is what they're coming out the door
Stop
with.
the payload.
So right off the bat, you're in a good position. Ash's positioning can literally be anywhere on the top ground over here. You could be over here. You could be up on that platform. You could be up there. I don't know if you're aware of it. I know that I was barely aware of it. But you could be up here. The problem is that your retreat line is literally dropping down and accidentally having to go into that doorway down there. Or just going onto the platform and going into the little crevice. But you could be anywhere with Ash. So your positioning is pretty average. It's literally her key points. Got it. So your duo. I don't know if your duo was helping you or not. You have to let me know on that one. But your positioning is good. You're in a good spot. Like this is the spot to go to when you kind of come out the gate anyway. Because if you're back here, then you have to either be on here or you need to wait for them to push up a little bit before you can do anything. When you're down here. So doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay. So he wasn't helping. He was just playing. Got it. Yeah, so you could be pretty much on any of those and you're good, as long as you're not out of sight and doing nothing. But yeah, you could be over here. You could be pretty much anywhere. Ash has got the range, so you're not in a bad spot. Now, the one thing I will note, it's the team composition. So you have Venture, Doom, Kiri, and Lifeweaver on your team. So as far as your heals go, you got a very good healing going for you. You also have immortality from pretty much 2 abilities. You have your Venture. Which one is it? Is it Ken? No, that's okay. So he's back here. So Venture should have made the effort to go up here and be by your side, or position herself over. His self is your friend a dude or a chick? Whatever. I don't know. Point being, like, wherever they were positioning, until you tell me, I don't know. Like, the positioning for Venture should be over here. She should be in this position. Dude, okay, good. So he should be over here somewhere because he's not going to get any value from the distance he's at. And even if you let the cart get pushed, there's just no point to it. His positioning should be a little bit closer. He's got to get out of jail free card, look at his, he's got the dig. The dig makes him immortal and can get him out of trouble. And then he's got the drill dash that could literally be, pushing him forward for a short distance, and he can get to, grounds that normal people can't get to. Doomfist, he's pretty much taken care of. He'll be fine. The enemy team, running a Reinhardt out the door. That's bold of them, assuming that Reinhardt is kind of in a better position as I understand it, but he's still not in the best position he could be in. They got a Mercy, who's not doing anything. Venture that's actually coming out the door doing the right thing. I mean, I honestly would have just said that Venture should go with Reinhardt, but they're just going out the same entrance to the same point anyway, so it's just out the door. They're just above each other. They're just literally adjacent to each other. Widowmaker. They aren't doing anything from here. I don't know why they're not doing anything. I guess they're just... I don't know. And lastly is Zenyatta. So, as far as support duos go, your support duo is definitely better for your tank. But at the same time, I don't know where Zen is right now currently before the patch goes through. Again, it's been a while. I don't know where he's at. I'm pretty sure he's still suffering, but everybody's valuing damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The compositions aren't bad, but heyo, Vexil. It's all good, bro. I've been having trouble making streams myself, so you haven't really missed out on too much. Follow my dreams of storm chasing. Oh. Going on the road, bro? What the heck? Fill me in on that one a little bit later. I'm actually interested in, like, some of the details concerning that, but dang. That is actually a pretty cool career choice. Remind me to tell you about the story of how I was working security and the cops came and pulled a gun on me. Probably shouldn't have just said gun. You know what? We were talking about guns here on Overwatch anyway, so it'll be fine. Yeah, remind me to tell you that little short story later after we're done doing this review. Right, so let's continue.
Show that numbness.
Alright, off the bat, you pretty much... Is she digging? I think she's digging. Yeah, you got good on the dynamite, so it wasn't bad, but I don't think you're going to get much charge. Yeah, there we go. I literally, as I presumed it, I heard this ticking go away. Yeah, so... You didn't know who was there. That's not something avoidable. That's not something of a problem. Yeah, keep the pressure. Good. Ah! I don't know if I've ever had that happen to me, not that I can recall. But how unlucky that you basically just lost out on an ability for that. Honestly, that's not even something to say like, oh, here's how you correct it. No, that was bad luck. Super Sag, exactly. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be 100% honest. You did the right thing there. You were getting shot at, whether or not you were realizing it or not. The moment that they shot, you coach gunned into cover. Like, you used the ability pretty correct. Where the heck are you? You used the ability correctly, so that's really good. Good indication that you've got some sentience of understanding your character. Who's... Oh, Widow's still shooting at you. Okay. Wait, did you have someone on you? Oh, shoot, you have Venture behind you. I didn't even see that. Yeah, when it came to... Honestly, you just needed to calm down a little bit. Like, if we go and review that in slow motion. Like, you had body shot. Body shot. Body shot. And then I think you panicked. Because you started, like... Yeah, you started to do what I figured. Yep, there's this. So, honestly, what you should have done there, if we're going to talk about your goofs, just calm down. Like, why do you think you fundamentally missed him? You fundamentally missed him because you got a few shots off and you're trying to finish them off, and then the moment that you missed your next shot, that kind of caved into, like, the panic rising, and it was just like, oh, I can't hit the shot, I can't hit the shot, I can't hit the shot, and it's like, oh, okay. Now you didn't kill him and you're dead. Like, one... Literally within 3 seconds of actually missing him. So, it's the panic that really got you there. That comes with gameplay. Let's be honest. I have panic sessions too, so it's not like something you can avoid. Let's be honest with each other. Panic is part of the game. You just have to learn how to control it better, and then you can just secure better kills. For that one, honestly, who was he even firing? Let me free from here. many teams here? There's Venture. Your friend was down. Okay, so you were playing split. So who is down? Yeah, Venture was here taking their thing. Who is the? Who is he looking at? He had to divert his attention to you, so he was focusing you too a little bit. Yeah, you could have remained calm and gotten the kill, quite frankly. 1, 2, 3 that were on you at one point. Yeah, honestly, I just would have remained calm. Truth be told, you could have just probably stayed right here and gotten the kill. And the moment he focuses you, just back up and use your coach gun again if you had it off cooldown. It's about to be off cooldown, yeah. So you could have just remained there. You pushed yourself a little out too. Positioning is key, but remaining calm, and using your cover appropriately, you could have secured that kill no problem. So now you know. Coming out. Good use of the coach gun at the beginning. Honestly, I would have waited till you were out the door, then used it. But at the same time, okay, keep this to bear with. Oh. I'll tell you your big mistake right there. You came out the door. Your first priority. So just using right here before we even continue. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Okay, here you are. Alright, so right off the bat, like you're coming out of spawn. Your options are the doorway there, the doorway there. You just use your coach gun, so you can't use it immediately to go up, but assuming that you had it, you could have been up there. It's not even just about being too close to Ryan. Think about what you did. Like the point, this was a quick play match, I believe you said, right? Gold 1. Oh, this is a ranked match. Is it? Yeah, this is a ranked match. I'm sorry. How long is this match? 23 minutes? Yeah, I won't waste too much time. So, basically you had options. Yeah, this was a ranked match, so think about your options here real quick. So, you use your coach gun, you don't have it, that's fine. You know, it's whatever at the moment. But as Ash, where would your prime position to be regardless? You should have taken the high ground, but again, you wasted the resource at the entrance. Again, that can happen. You're just trying to get to the point. You actually have pretty good indication that your team is able to secure a kill, and by this point, you just noticed that your Doomfist took care of Widow. So now you have free reign to push the point. I don't know what your team's doing, but 3 of them are all over there in the back trying to get Widow, is what I assume. So now they need to make their way over to the point before it gets capped. So it's not completely your fault by the look of it either. Now, Venture, your friend Venture, I think that he could have saved his dig and used his drill dash instead, because at the very least he could have made it to point unhindered without anybody stopping him, and then he could have popped up right there. Now that's just noting that. But it's not even just about taking high ground. Look at where you went. Look at where you went instead of high ground. Now, Reinhard is made for this kind of environment. Now, you threw your dynamite. You got the dynamite. That's good. But you also, it's not even just about taking the high ground. It's you put yourself in a compromising position like you were going to lose. The moment you saw him doing the charge and you managed to survive, yeah, fire at him. But now create distance. Because the longer you stay in this corridor, the worse it's going to be. Even if they cap the point for it, he's pushed you out, he's made space, he's doing his job on his part. Your job on your part kind of got messed up because of it. It happens. But by remaining here to take the fight and get those extra shots off, you probably should have just escaped. Because now, Venture's dead, you're dead. Now you're both at the other spawn and they're going to get leeway. Because the rest of your team is going to make a push to stop point, and none of them are going to do anything worth time to save. It's a broken team fight, they took the win. And he's going to get healed up pretty quickly. So again, it's not just about your positioning, it's about what you're giving them as a resource, and you just gave Reinhard the candy store because you played his ground. Like if I was playing Soldier 76, I have a little bit of mobility, and there's times where I can kind of make it to point and kind of contest, which is kind of the point. Even if there was a Reinhardt there, I'm contesting the point. But in this instance, if he took that, I'm not going to be there to fight him. I might shoot at him while backing up, but I would not stay in that corridor because that's his playing field. What's his only means of range? And a completely avoidable fire strike. What's his real bread and butter? Close quarters combat. You gave him his close quarters combat and you lost for it. So now, you're back here. Oh, and he went soldier, speaking of which. And there's Doom. Huh. Oof. Man, Ryan is just taking people out left and... Oh. Good dynamite. I'm not gonna lie, there's only one thing to quickly note here. You're doing a good job by zoning her out because you're removing her value from overlooking the entire field. But the moment that you didn't see her, you probably could have pressed her. Your short range is better than hers. I mean, it's hit or miss. You could actually remain where you are and keep her from that, which is good. Your team is on the way back anyway, so it's probably better you stay alive. Either one works. Yeah, audio cues and all that. Good dink. She's going for the health back. Good focus on Mercy. Ah, but now Mercy's on Widow. Dang. So, peeking Widow from the same place. That's like the number one rule. Never peek the same corner when Widow has your number there. Especially if you're not playing Widow or someone who can eliminate Widow immediately. You dinked a headshot and she tanked it at full health. Unfortunately, suffice to say, she knows where you're there. Yeah, you learned that. So, future reference, don't ever really peek when she knows you're there. She also had a Mercy pocket for a second. I don't know if you were aware if she lost it or not. I'll show you after this one, Vexel, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to do any... On top of that, there's a patch tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to review anything beyond right now. I have work at 11 o'clock, so I have to be off by 9:30 to kind of prepare myself, get myself ready for work. So once I'm done reviewing this VOD, I'm going to be moving on to a different game. Because Sage has had this waiting and there's a patch tomorrow, so let me do that. Oh, you got rest. When did, okay, your Kiriko swapped off. Well, again, there's a patch tomorrow. All replay codes get reset when a patch goes through. So, if you submit one right now, and I get back to it in the next few days, it's going to be gone because tomorrow is the patch. So, okay, just making sure we're on the same thing. Looks like your team's winning the fight, and you just got back into it. Let's continue. Yeah, so if you do have something a little bit later, submit it. Again, I'll show you how to get the replay code. But you would put it in my Discord if you're in there. And that's how I'm doing VOD reviews for people. I get the code there, they give me a brief description. And I might just save Sage's for the sake of, like, as an example of, like, the detail that I'm looking for. It just needs to be brief. But yeah, you submit it in there, and that's how I would do it.
Incoming!
Good taking high ground. Two problems. So two problems here. You peaked your first priority because you don't know if they swapped off Widow yet. I know the Widow's dead. Did they just eliminate her? Okay, you peaked. She's about to come back. Roger that. Yeah, so here's the thing, getting back on topic. I'm sorry, kind of got a little divided there. So when you peeked up here, look at where your view is compared to where you should have been looking. Mercy's a prime target for you right now. If you can pressure her away from doing her job, you're doing better. And your Doomfist just eliminated the Widow and eliminated the Zen. So you have a little bit of leeway to kind of take out their other healer. But your focus was down here. I mean, I'm not going to fault you for a poor Dynamite. Again, you're learning the hero. Just be aware that you probably should have just generally thrown it maybe in the midst of everybody here instead of trying to go for one specific person. Your Dynamite is more of a... I don't know how to describe it or articulate it. I know I could probably get shredded if I say it wrong anyway, but your Dynamite is supposed to hit as many people as possible. It's better to throw it in a group of people as a general direction than it is for a more direct ability, like you're going for one person, like try to get them in the area instead of trying to... like you're not shooting an arrow, you're shooting... you're shooting a splash grenade, for lack of better articulation here. My God, I'm losing my mind here. Then the second problem. You're going for the kill on Venture and you just drop down and you're not even off cooldown with your coach gun yet. I mean, at the very least, you have backup with your Doomfist. But now you have a Venture and a Mercy, and the Rhine's on the other side. Is he coming back? Yeah, he's kind of coming back. Yeah, okay, so it was accidental. Yeah. Things happen. I'm not playing and my balls went in my throat. Doing it again.
Thanks. She's good. Thanks. My ultimate is almost ready.
I know why you threw the Dynamite. I honestly would have held it, though. Ah, okay. Okay, that's why. Alright, so I'll keep an eye on that one for later and just bypass it. But I would have saved the Dynamite on that instance. Nothing to really reveal. Alright. So here, right here is a good example of how you should... Well, here's the thing about pre-throwing Dynamite. Remember back at the intro, when you threw it at the doorway, everybody goes through that doorway. Like, the chances of everybody not going through that doorway is slimmer than the rest of the doors. So throwing the Dynamite, pre-throwing it there, that's good. The Dynamite in this room. What indication did you have with Reinhard pressing you that someone was over there? The indication here being that throwing the Dynamite at that doorway, although it's not bad to use it when you're trying to pressure someone from taking that doorway, there was not really an indication that anyone was going to that doorway. Like, the fight's coming your direction. Throwing the Dynamite there was just a waste of your time. Again, you're trying to throw a splash grenade that's trying to hit as many people as possible. Pre-throwing only benefits you when you know that people are going to go that direction, irrefutably. But if you don't know that, then there's no point in pre-throwing. Save the ability for when you can see them. It's better to use it and get a certain, like, certainly land the ability than to randomly chuck it and hope, like, that it's going to do something. Heyo, Timothy. Give me 1 second to finish my thought, otherwise I'll lose it. Second thing, I was just going to mention, you have your Bob. I don't know what you're going to do yet, but a prime opportunity to use Bob right now would be to throw it toward point and land him right there as best as possible. Like, try to land him somewhere over here with your aim. So I don't know where you're going to throw him. It doesn't really matter as long as he goes the general direction. He'll find a way. I really hope he doesn't go down the staircase, though. I almost forgot what it was like to play in gold. Oh my God, I am sorry, bro. Let me, what I figured was going to happen. Where did Bob go anyway? Oh, Rhine. Okay, no. Well, here's the thing. If Rhine did that, that's not your fault in bad placement. That's him taking care of the problem before it could become a bigger problem. So that's not really your fault. The placement over in that direction didn't make too much sense. Because all they really need to do is go back and they have a lot of cover. When you place Bob here, they either have to go behind the point or they need to push back and they'll be split. That's why I said throw Bob over here. Throwing him over here, let's turn around and look at where they are. They just need to pull back. They wouldn't be split. It's just basically delaying a team fight. And then with the way he did it, now he just basically took out the threat. But, I can't tell how that exactly worked. Oh, okay. To answer your question, Timothy, I'm not streaming tonight. I'm working at 11 o'clock, so I have to be off by 9:30. So unfortunately, I'm not able to stick around for too much longer after this. I'm doing one VOD review because he's been sitting on this, and I'm going to move over to Star Wars. Heyo, Fam Jam Lamb. You jerk. I happen to know who you are now, so that's kind of funnier. Okay, jokes aside, let's move on. He's not a jerk, he's actually a pretty cool kid. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it probably requires a little bit more work. Let's watch that again. You don't realize how lucky you are for the timing on that. Okay, good. You're making distance. Maybe it was just a panic firing, but at that point I would just let it go. I wouldn't have shot at it. I think something you mentioned that you never played Ash before, so this is kind of like an example of like when you throw the dynamite and shoot immediately, it'll hit the dynamite because that's where your reticle will be. So you just have to learn the pattern on that one, but it's not beneficial to always shoot it. Good pressure on Widow. There you go. Good stop on that. Good pressure on Widow. Good reticle placement. Dang. Yeah, she's a good sniper. I'm not gonna lie, you did good by doing what you were doing. Right on that part. Right hit.
Pass into the unknown.
Still that all. Ooh.
Tactical visor activated.
Soldier, what are you doing?
Life protects life.
That tree would have been helpful like 2 seconds later. Come on now. Good Bob placement. placed him at a very advantageous angle there. So good top
Excavation
placement.
initiation. Let's give them their medicine.
Swap off to Kree. Go behind. No.
Damage intensified.
Oh, they swapped off to Zari. Okay.
Payload's moving. Someone stop that thing.
Enough.
Kill. Ah!
Foolishness has
Putting yourself in the corner again. I mean, you're McCree now. You're a little bit more of a viable threat at close range, but still, I would have tried to get back with your team versus going back in there. Unless you were trying to look for the health pack, that makes more sense.
That payload's pulling around.
Okay, you weren't going for the health pack.
incoming.
This Mercy will not let you die. She, like, sincerely is just making sure that you get back up and finish the fight.
Know that.
Couple of pot shots, I think he's coming out. Yeah, smart on his part. There it is. Oh, they swapped off to Sombra. Oh, good. Gee, I wonder why.
Огонь по готовности!
Dang, you just made it, bro. You just made it. Overall, that wasn't too terrible. It's always Sombra, it really. Especially in gold, it's like your Bane. Because a lot of people don't know how to counter her in that rank, so I completely get it. So overall, for the defensive side of things, you're not too bad. A couple of better positioning prompts from time to time. Okay, so the real problem was, it wasn't that you were doing anything too terribly wrong. You obviously need to learn her mechanics a little bit better as far as her dynamite and all that, and placement for Bob and dynamite throws, and positioning is always key. Positioning is always something I'm going to learn, so I can't keep just, reinventing the wheel and saying, oh, position better. You don't know where to always position in some instances. Different maps, different covers, that you just have to learn it. But overall, as far as a defensive push, it wasn't bad. I mean, look at where you ran them to. So obviously you were doing something. I'm sitting here playing Venture and realizing she can one-shot people when Ryan can't even kill someone with his shatter. Yep. Well, she's a damage hero, so tanks were never really supposed to have big play-making capabilities in the instance of killing. They were supposed to be controlling. So in the case of Earth Shatter, Graviton Surge, that makes sense. Off tanks, on the other hand, those are a different breed of people. Yeah. It can be like that sometimes. You get positioning good one time and then positioning bad another time, so I completely get it. Alright, let's see. So I'll tell you one thing off the bat that's really good. You're taking the side angle. You're making sure you don't die immediately. They have a Widow. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. You avoided having your head taken off. Don't peek, don't peek, don't peek. Doomfist clearing the high ground. That's good. But you still hear Widow. So, you have your rollback. I wouldn't have used it here. Don't think of roll as a mobility tool, except for when you're coming out of spawn. Because it is too important of a life-saving ability to just waste it to clear a small gap and get to a corner. Just walk. Yeah. Oh, you're on point below the Ryan. Good target prioritization. Good. Nope. Nothing you could have really done there. Good elimination on that. The trade-off I don't think would have been too terribly worth it, but...
Lucky shit.
Yeah, like that. That's good. Because by the time you get out of spawn and are able to use it again, you're already in the fight.
Let's get that payload going, people.
So I understand the desire to try and peek the Widow there. Break that habit too, because yes, when you get up closer, like mid-range, you become far more effective. But right over here is not mid-range. She's got your number. She will eliminate you faster in one shot than you can. Now you could make her panic. I don't know how she would have shot, but she's got some pretty decent accuracy from what I can tell. You're also down to heal her. Yeah, I see an issue here. Good roll.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Yeah, this entire transaction. Good elimination. You're finally breaking through. June coming in clutch. I don't know how avoidable that charge was, but he came in clutch.
Come on, Cole. Try a little harder.
That Doom came in clutch and saved all your lives.
Oh, let's break it.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
I mean,
Let the Kitsune guide you.
so here's the thing. The processing here is you have a target you can kill, and one that's locking on, but he's behind too many things and is inconsistent. I would have taken the shot. He waited too long and he got away with it. I would have just taken the shot the moment the skull locked on. Because he was behind cover, you weren't going to get that shot, or I would have just held on to it longer. You did have a couple of more seconds left. Halfway through. Ten more minutes. Good elimination.
Come to me for heals.
Thank you, kindly.
They don't know what they want to play on their end. Good elimination. this entire team fight is like random and chaotic. Good target prioritization, but I think the enemy team has a better idea. So, this entire thing is just chaotic. I'll be 100% honest. This is going nowhere for both teams, and it's just running down the clock. What you should have done? Do what this McCree did when he was going up to high ground. Try to take the high ground yourself, or at least contest the person up here, getting a little bit of value for nothing. And come on over, like, over to this entrance, and take this high ground. And then as they move on, back to this high ground. I'm starting to actually lose consciousness here. Anyway, let's continue. Get some water in my system. Things are happening. Damn. Please take your time with the shot. Ah. Yep. This is just about what I thought. Now, by the way, that entire time we were watching this team fight, the point didn't move.
Thanks.
Nothing moved. So, were you doing anything to bring an advantageous angle? The short answer is no. You should probably try to do that if you ever run into fights like this. Like, if I was doing Soldier 76, like, I would tell you that I would probably take the team fight, but the moment I realized the team fight was forming, run, come up here. If I heard or if I saw the healing station, I would have probably eliminated it. Come up here, shoot from behind. Get free value. There's times to stick with your team, there's times to make your big plays. That was the time to make big plays.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Let the
30 seconds remaining.
Why, though? Was there a point to go to dropping the beat?
let the kitsune guide you. This ends now.
So I just want you to be aware of everything that's happening right now. Your supports blew their ults early. Now, Kiriko's is going to last longer than Lucio's. Lucio dropped the beat when there was a full health Sigma and a full health teammate near him. And now you have an ulting Sojourn accompanied by an ulting Alari. And Alari just launched the balls and is now able to allow her to get basically one-hit kills. And now you don't have anything to save your life. Now you literally have nothing to save your life. And I'm talking about Lucio in this instance, not you. Your Lucio's a bona fide idiot. You have one of the best life-saving ults in the game that you need to remain reactive for. And that's how you waste it.
You'll need more grit than that.
Огонь по готовности.
I don't think Captive Sun needs a nerf, based on what I'm seeing. If anything, she might need an ult increase, but Captive Sun's a very good ultimate in regard that it's not easy to use and to utilize and to get value from 100% of the time if you don't understand how it works. It can lead to some pretty cool highlights too, I don't think it needs a nerf. It needs more examination, but I am also very tired. I can't articulate thoughts right now. Good stuff. Yeah, this is a very hard circumstance. Yeah, take the high ground, maybe you got their attention off you. Take it. Good.
My duty is being done. Don't be reckless.
Has reached
Sound
the
like a
checkpoint.
parrot. It's a good old wait, good team play to do well with Captive Son. Yeah, you pretty much need good team play. Exactly. Because, like, if you have nobody to follow up, then they're just, what, debuffed for a few seconds? Oh, shoot, that's right. That ult combo would be nuts. Oh, I didn't realize there was a team fight. Oh, because they spawned a little closer. Got it.
Is that melody?
Good as that.
Ready to throw in the towel? Thanks.
I think you might be giving a little too much credit to some gold, though. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have had the capacity to make those combos work until I got into plat.
The barrier appeared.
And even then, it's almost impossible in plat. Based on memory, of course. Kinda. Kinda, not really. It just depends. Yeah, exactly. Diamond 2. So, coordination that does not exist in gold. So there is 6 more minutes. I have to do that. We'll play this at a little bit faster speed here.
Heroes never die.
Vamos esculachar!
Approaching its destination.
This ends now.
Score 3. Ready for
You're on
battle.
defense.
Ready for
You're on
battle.
defense.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't take that.
Incoming.
Goed.
Stop the pain.
Gotcha. Make them regret this. Get in the safe
Good, England. Oh. I didn't realize that there's a widow, but your Sigma needs to take care of her.
Don't mind if I do. Thanks, Doc.
Why didn't you stay there? Your team's got the bottom handled for the most part.
I'm here to support.
No, they don't, actually.
Stand your ground.
Oh, they got a Junkrat too. My god, they're just trying to cheese. I don't miss gold. They're cheesing. They're cheesing at this point. You got a Widow that knows how to play Widow, and then you got a guy who doesn't know how to play literally anything else but Junkrat. Orisa of Captive Sun is crazy too. The instant damage Orisa does with her ult just makes everyone go pop. I can imagine that, honestly.
Enemy sniper.
You don't know when to quit.
Good Elam. Thanks, Sigma. Thanks a lot.
My duty is...
Lucky
Thanks.
shot.
Thanks a lot.
3.
Thank you.
Complete.
Did you win this match? Everybody's sending me wins.
Hey,
Ready for battle.
Attackers incoming.
We're about 1 more minute. Okay.
Escort the payload. 60 seconds.
payload in motion.
Right.
Push the payload.
Escort the payload.
52. Yep. I don't know if you guys win this. Okay, you didn't win. Okay. Gee, thanks, Sigma, for nothing. Throws it up as your dying body hits the ground. Okay, good on you for backing out. I don't know if you'll make... Okay, good, you make it. Yeah, they're cheesing at this point. They're cheesing. So you have... On the enemy team, you have the Junkrat that, you know, does his thing, just spams down a direction. Sojourn that can take any advantageous angle and has aim. The literal horse and carriage build right here with a horse with a rod up its butt. And then you got this dude, let's be honest. There's honestly... Who went up there? Who was that up there? Oh, Alari? Okay. What is Alari doing trying to... Bro.
30 seconds remaining.
Keep close. Howdy.
Hey, jump on that. Good eye on the Zenyatta behind. Even if he's not, like, the most durable character, he can definitely be a problem if you just let him go uncontested. Good on him. Bro, you were, like, 3 feet from winning! 3 feet from winning! How did that go again? Let me see. You left to go take care of Monk. Yeah, everybody just got shredded. That's not even your fault. And it would have meant nothing. You went for the Monk who's not even there anymore because Alari took him out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so... Sucks to suck on that one, honestly, it does. So anyway, if I was... Yeah, a week ago, jeez. That was when I last played? It doesn't feel like a week ago. It might be a little longer than a week ago. It doesn't really matter. All in all, it wasn't really... Yeah, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. Again, you just need to learn Ash's mechanics just a little bit better and not waste her dynamite opportunities. Learn how to use that better. It could be, but I don't know who your main character was again. I might be confusing you with someone. It's been a long time, and I'm very mentally exhausted compared to what I normally am. I'm not as sharp as the tack I probably could be. But... Okay, yeah, McCurry. Do you not belong in gold? I can't really say that. Your gameplay says that you're playing in the rank that you're in. Your awareness says that you could be a little bit more prone to knowing where people are and paying attention to those finer details and making better predictions. I think you need to just practice on the positioning and awareness aspects. Because again, there was a lot of like, oh, I'll throw the dynamite over here, like pre-fire and all that. Like, oh, pre-firing. If you don't know how to pre-fire, then pre-firing is useless. But I'm going to tell you right now that when you enter Platinum, you are still going to have the disc coordination that you do in Gold, but they are hyper-aggressive, which means that if you're slow to the draw, but they're quicker than you, you're not going to win a good majority of the time. You're going to be miserable. So, even with McCree, I think gold is where you belong for the moment, but not that you're not at a position that you can't make it into plat. Like, getting into plat's not hard. Let's be 100% honest. You just need to learn how to be a little bit more hyper aggressive, and you'll be fine. It's honestly not that bad. But yeah, we'll talk about that more another time. But I don't know when the next time I'll be playing Overwatch. So, good VOD review. Good to be back on coaching. I'll see if I can continue that trend later on. Just don't know when I'm gonna upload. Moving on to like something. You know what? Hold on a minute. What other games do I have again? Because I won't pay attention to you guys if I'm doing Oblivion, and I'm going to try and do the character planner for once. Is there something I could turn my brain off? Because I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to turn my brain off if I do Battlefront. I'll be honest, I don't know what to play. I do not know what to play. Because my ordeal is that I can't get too invested into Dark Souls because I don't have the time to make any meaningful progression and I don't feel like playing it. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, I'll be 100% honest, I kind of need a little bit more time before that's more of a casual game anyway. It wouldn't be entertaining to watch. Skyrim and Oblivion suffer from the same issue. I just won't pay attention to chat. That's not fair to you guys. Fortnite, I don't have my brother, and I can probably play this coming Wednesday. But I do have church and then work in that evening. Thank you for reminding me on that. I'll explain the short version to you, because I have the graphics and everything to kind of explain it better. Haven't tried a Halo Infinite yet, but I'm not looking to multiplayer try hard. Hitman requires a little too much thinking and is probably going to have the same problem as Skyrim and Oblivion, but a lot less painful. Mass Effect, definitely not in the mood to do that right now. Night Watchman might be the only other game I could play, but it is very time consuming, similar to Dark Souls, so it might have that issue going for it. I could probably do just versus AI, but at that point I really don't feel like playing Overwatch. Resident Evil 5, I kind of burned that into the ground. It wasn't entertaining. Jedi Fallen Order is being saved for the charity stream coming September, and Battlefront 2 might be a little too kind of similar to Overwatch and Halo Infinite. There's really just not even a game worth playing at the minute other than maybe like Oblivion. So for me, so the reason that Oblivion would be boring anyway, even if I wasn't... Yeah, the reason I wouldn't do Oblivion anyway at the minute, because I wouldn't be able to pay attention to you guys, and also I'm trying to do character creation, it'd be very boring. I mean, if you guys are okay with me being boring while I figure some stuff out and chat with you occasionally, I don't mind it, but... Nah, I can't do it. I'm really not in the mood for Overwatch, as much as I would love to be like, oh yeah, let's play Overwatch. I have sincerely killed my love for Overwatch within the course of a few weeks, but it's also because I'm burned out, and I just don't have the energy to put myself back into it even if I wanted to. I just don't. I don't have it in me. What I was explaining to Sage earlier is that I basically, ever since I got out of the hospital, I had to pick up whatever shifts I could, including but not limited to overnight shifts, which have basically ruined my sleep cycle. So I'm working late evenings, and then I just recently, and on top of that with other shifts as well, I'm back into one of my old sites. where the norm was to kind of do a patrol like almost every hour on the hour, and maybe a little more often or a little less often to be unpredictable. But the length of the entire property that I walk on that is like the length of at least 2 football fields at bare minimum. So let me tell you about the cop story. I'll keep this one short and sweet this time. Go back to chat while I get this prepped. I'm going to probably have to turn off the music, huh? Mute it temporarily. Yeah, no, well, first off, I'm glad that I have that effect on you because, quite frankly, me being in a position of peace with the trial and tribulation I'm going through, I hope it's inspiring to someone because being patient with my suffering, I understand I'm healed. It's not a matter of if, just when. I have a better outlook, a more positive outlook. There was a time where I cried out of worry and strife and like, I don't want this to keep happening. I'm very scared, and now I'm at peace. It's very huge step for me in like realizing how much I've changed over the years. And then when it came again, I was like, okay, it happened again. Not now, just back then. I was moving the glove for reference. But yeah, I'm at peace with it. If it's something I got to live with for the rest of my life, then so be it. But, you know, I'm hoping to try and nip that in the bud this time round, or we have to wait for the next time round. I don't know. We waited too long on a treatment, and unfortunately my job couldn't work with me as much as I would have liked it to, but that's not a fault of their own. All right, time for the cop story. So, I made this graphic. I'm going to explain it. Building, property fence line. So there's a fence line here, fence line here, fence line here, fence lines over here. This is like grass property. And then there's like a park property over here. So then, my normal routine, according to my contract and security, is that the fence, because we used to just be in the front area, off to the side, but then there's break-ins happening in back, and we had to shift that back. So now I have to, and I don't know how to really emphasize the size of everything. Like, I assume that this is like 1,000 feet right here, but I don't know how to measure that. So, I have to walk this. So my normal routine is to walk the fence, look for cuts, make sure nobody's cutting into the fence line, make sure nobody's broken in. And everything in here, by the way, is like electronic stuff, copper, so we have to keep a lookout. So I make my normal rounds, and I come to about the entire perimeter, and I go over here, and I'm trying to overlook a fence line where there's another fence line to a park. And over here there's like a little dirt road, then there's park police that just happen to be coming down that dirt road. So they come around, they stop like right about here, they act a little strange seeing me, and I'm like, oh hey, I'm here, I'm supposed to be here. Like, I make myself known, I'm not acting suspicious, I'm not acting weird. But they act in a way that makes me assume like they think I'm not supposed to be here. Don't they? They think that I'm not supposed to be here. So I continue on my way, and I continue my path, which goes over here, and I have to watch the fence line over here. And, you know, I gave him a wave, and as I was walking away from this point here, I basically said, they're going to call the cops on me. Like, this is park police, not actual police. So this is like their park security, whatever you want to call it. So I make it right about here at this turnaround at the bend, and I see the police officers headed my way. Now, the police officers, one of them is normal, but the other's got a rifle. First thought on my mind, crap. I don't know what he told them, but they got a rifle. That means he didn't tell them anything good. So as I'm walking up to the fence line where they're meeting me, I raise my hand. I'm like, hey, I'm over here. Bring attention to myself so that they can see that, like, I'm not trying to hide. I'm not trying to get a jump on them. But they see me. So the officer, sees me and raises his rifle. Already it's bad. And I was explaining this to Sage. This is a testimony that I'm going to make into another video to kind of better explain what was going through my head and my mind and my heart at the moment. But I was at such peace with having a barrel pointed at me, because it could have been so much worse. We were still a distance off that they probably wouldn't have seen if I was trying to do something fishy, like, oh, act like suspicious. I was just raising my hand to be like, hey, I'm over here, like, you can see me. I'm not trying to hide, I'm over here. So it could have happened. But I was at such peace, like, I'll be okay. But, you know, in case I'm not, Lord protect me. So that's literally what was on my mind. I kid you not, that was on my mind. I wasn't laughing at the time. I wasn't as cavalier, but I was, like, sincerely like, I will be okay. But if I'm not, like, Lord protect me. Walk up, and, you know, when they saw me, I had my one hand raised. They're like, raise both your hands. Okay. Walk up to the fence line. By the way, how I'm reacting now is actually what I was like. I was like, okay. All right, turn around and lift up your jacket. Okay. Lift up my jacket. They see I have nothing. Okay, turn back around, turn back around. I walk up to him because they tell me to come forward, and then he sees the badge, and he's like, okay, so I figured you were security. Let me count. How's the whole thing with your health? Okay, yeah, let me also catch up on this when I'm done with the story. So the reason they came with the rifle in the first place is because the dumb cop in the park said that he saw someone on the property that looked like they were breaking in. They were wearing a ski mask and khaki armor. Right. So that happened. But when they explained it, I don't blame the cops. I blame the guy. I blame the rent-a-cop over in the park next door for being blind as shit. But all jokes aside, like, when they explained it, like, okay, you know, it makes sense. I'm okay. I understand you guys are doing your job. I also understand with the description you're given, like, you can't just assume that that's not the case. You have to be prepared, like, especially if someone's wearing armor. You don't know. Did they also mention that I had, like, a bazooka or something? Did they mention, like, I brought in my heavy machine gun? Like, did they mention that in the phone call to you guys? No? I figured. They may as well have at that point with you drawing your gun on me, but nah. All jokes aside, I didn't joke around with the police like that. But I was, you know, thinking to myself at the time, like, that was the description you were given? Khaki armor? Ski mask? The beard? Really? But after that, I had to call one supervisor. I tried getting him on the radio, couldn't get them, so I had to call my direct supervisor, and he himself had an incident involving a handgun as well, so he kind of, like, is still getting over that adrenaline rush. And I know that he cares, but he cares in a very unique way. Like, he doesn't have to be, like, empathetic in a major degree, but I know for a fact he cares. So he's like, I'm glad you're okay, blah, blah, blah. Then I had another sergeant who's not necessarily a supervisor. I don't work with him as often. But he came around, and I told him, and he was pissed off on my behalf. But here's the funny thing when I was explaining it to him. Because he's like, the cop shouldn't have been pointing the gun at you. Like, he was pissed off on my behalf. And he was basically saying, oh, hey, you know, they shouldn't have been pointing the gun at you. There's literally no reason to do that. And then he pointed out something that I never thought about before. The khaki armor doesn't make sense. Because if you're trying to break in, anticipating that you're breaking in, you're not going to be there for just a few seconds. You're trying to get whatever your money's worth is, so you're probably going to be there for a small length of time. It is kind of the middle of the day, but black is no normal color. But why would you wear a lighter color and draw attention to yourself? It makes no sense. You would wear darker colors. Everything around is a dark color anyway. You'd blend in more likely. And on top of that, I wasn't trying to hide. I was literally standing there trying to eyeball the fence from a distance because it just rained. I wasn't going to walk into the mud, and they wouldn't have told me to go into the mud anyway. Like, I have to look from a distance to see if there's cuts in the fence. Because you could see, like, the pattern of the fence continues. Pattern recognition, all that fun stuff. So, probably. I don't know. Maybe he was legitimately unable to tell. But the ski mask portion didn't really help, and is like the beard. So I did joke about this with the cops and said, I told the wife I needed to trim my beard. But I've been letting it grow because of the ITP. I think my numbers went back up. I'll tell me more about that in just a second because it goes hand in hand with your previous question. So anyway, I let the beard grow out, so maybe that's the whole point. But yeah, told the wife I needed to trim it. But yeah. Then I told my third supervisor, the one that I actually report to when I can't get my direct supervisor. He laughed along with me. He's been working security for 10 years. He's understanding, like, he gets it. Honey, they thought it was a ski mask again. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. It was like ski mask. I was wearing a baseball cap and my beard. You can see that it's not a mask, like a ski mask kind of deal. Maybe it could. Well, no, you could see the bridge of my nose. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I would understand maybe like one of those face masks, whatever, but like a ski mask makes no kind of sense. Anyway, let me go back on this. We're pretty much done with the story. That's all that happened, and I already explained to Sage. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was at such peace with it happening. Like, I literally can tell you with a clear conscience, no adrenaline rush, no fear. Yes, there was the worry in the back of my mind, like a mistake could happen. But even if a mistake happened, I'm at peace with it. He's pointing a rifle. I can explain myself. I'm good. This was literally how I acted during the time, and this is how I'm acting now, how I acted then. All right. Maybe, I don't know. There was at least a good 50 feet minimum between us, but it also could have been like 100 or so. So maybe he just didn't have a good enough look at me. Let's see, how's the whole thing with my health? So this goes hand in hand. So I didn't know that my wife's midwife, because she's about to give birth in like the next month, I didn't know that she could do a blood test on me. She is a registered nurse. She took some blood. This was the needle mark that you can barely see anymore, by the way. She took my platelets. A day later, I find out the results. 300,000. I'm back to normal. Granted, you could probably tell there's no more bruising or anything like that. Over here, that's mostly gone now. But if you were not to look at the rest of that and just see this... Where's the... Can't get a good angle. You can kind of see like the dark one right here, but this was a lot worse like a day or two ago. Can't really show it any better. But yeah, all those bruising and everything going away. But I'm at 300,000. I really do think now that I look back at it that it was the dehydration that pushed my body over the edge and put me out of remission. But now that I'm back out of it, it's like, okay, resume like normal. Screw you, because I didn't even see the doctor yet, so we didn't make a treatment plan, which means that I have to wait for the next time I have an episode to do a treatment plan. That means I gotta go through another damn week of this. But yeah. So I already explained that portion of your thing. You're the most handsome and strongest person I've met. You got this, my guy. The quality of character came through a lot of growth. I can't actually take any credit for that because I am still growing, still working on a lot of stuff. But I try. I'm trying to be the person that a lot of people needed back then, and it'd be nice to encourage others too. I need to stop talking. Hello, Mr. Officer, I'm here. Hello. Pretty much. That's literally, it was like, I'm here. No, because the moment I saw and processed the rifle, he was still walking up, so there was a little gap of time between the time I noticed them and they noticed me. There was like 3 seconds. I was like, ah, damn it, he's got a rifle. I'm over here. Like, I'm trying not to hide. There's a couple of things in my way anyway, so I had to make myself know. I was like, I'm right here. I'm right here. Like, I'm not sneaking up on you. I'm not trying to jump you. I'm over here. So, cops scare anyone. I don't care who you are and what you're doing. Cops with a gun pointed at you makes your life flash. I'll be honest. I didn't have that. Not specifically that. It didn't make me so afraid. Like, I was remaining calm. Like, I surprised myself how calm I was. I was at such peace that even if the worst had happened, okay. You're right. Nobody wants to lose their life. I don't want to lose my life, but I was under such confidence that I was going to be okay. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. Like, that's the way I could do it. The guy who made the call captain. This does happen a lot in the military. I didn't know the difference in face masks. You would be a good police. You don't know my nerves of steel. You mean my non-existent ones? No, I was just at peace for that situation because I mentally prepared prior, like, I probably have to see the police. They're probably going to be, like, coming over, and I'm going to do... Oh, they have a rifle? Crap. I don't know what they told him, but whatever. Well, ITP... Okay, so ITP, there is no proper explanation. Everybody's got a different explanation for why they have an issue. But it's a blood condition. It's not even a disease. It's just stupid, though. It can be stupid. But yeah. I'm better again. So there's that. Start a new game. Gonna turn that back on Overwatch. So long as you and your descendants shall wear the amulet of kings,
I
and the
was
dragonflies
born
remain
87
lit.
years ago.
I would have left that playing, but... Right, so let's figure this out. I have a character planner. Strength and endurance. How do I... Okay, so I said blade. Strength, endurance is going to be blah, blah, blah. 4, so restoration for willpower. Mercantile. One and more or less each one. Okay, so okay, so hold on. Character details, biggest part of OCP, selecting your character details, leveling results when your character is selected. OCP does not take into account attributes and skills. Leveling order is the order the attributes increased by the simulated leveling algorithm. Each level, the first 3 attributes are not maximized or increased. Selected attributes, if possible, the skills associated with the selected attributes are also increased to yield the maximum possible attribute points. Change the order of attributes, simply drag and drop them. The first attribute chosen is at the top of the list. You can shift click, control click on multiple attributes at once. Leveling order. The attribute leveling order is the first factor taken into account by the leveling process and overrides all others. The selected attributes will be raised regardless of any skill bonuses. For example, strength and endurance and intelligence are the selected attributes. They will all be increased even if strength is the only one raised by 1 point, while willpower can be increased by 5. If possible, the leveling algorithm will cure 10 major skill necessary to level. Okay, so basically, I had to make a planner. I think I got it. Okay, so luck. So by the end of it, at maximum, level 49. Damn. Okay, so I'm going to kind of have to write this down because there's no way I'm going to be able to remember this. Or actually, I got a better idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to paint. And we're going to crop. And desktop, and it's going to be no. I am a lighter complexion, but I do have a more... Yeah, that'll actually be good. Funny thing is that it's not really hard to make myself look like an Imperial. I have a very Imperial-looking face. Okay, gotta keep this. So, leveling order is... endurance... So by like 10... Oh, shoot. Oh. 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 Okay. Now that actually makes a lot more sense. Okay, yeah, so by the time I hit level 49. Okay, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, okay. You can find some trainers too, and that'll help out in my leveling process later on. But yeah. Wait for that.
Oh no.
Okay, proper explanation, because I haven't been telling you guys anything. Okay, so... Alright, Venom. Yeah, no, do your thing. I don't want to withhold you. Put that volume down a bit. Yeah, alright, so... I'll just keep talking then. You by all means do your thing. Okay, so an explanation. Essentially put, there's a proper way of doing a leveling order that... If you don't do it right, you might be stuck. Kind of. So the way they want me to do the leveling order in this instance, because they kind of break it down that this level, you should kind of have it at around maxed out. So,
The messenger only said they were attacked.
shoot, that would mean that I have to focus on just those things, huh?
My job right now is to get you to safety.
I could
What's this
do
prisoner
what?
doing here? This cell is supposed
Once
to be off
training, maybe?
limits.
Usual
Because
mixed
Blade
with
will level
large,
up naturally.
right?
I could just train
Never
once.
mind. Get that
But,
gate open.
look,
Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
Stay
Good.
put, prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
agility,
You.
speed.
I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. Gods give me strength.
So I bring luck. Shoot. Dang. That means I gotta train all these things. Dang. I gotta train all those things.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
Yeah, this is going to be a little tough to explain. So I have to level everything in a very specific order, or my
Better
character's
not
going to be
close this
really
one.
weak.
There's no way to open
But-
it on the other side.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
With the skills and attributes I'm going to be selecting, if I'm not careful, I'll be falling behind. I think it gives rough levels. I think it just estimates, so it's probably better not to think too importantly of it. But the two biggest important stats I need to put up are my character's endurance and strength, because that's where a majority of my abilities are coming from. And my bread and butter comes from strength using Blade. And
Protect the Emperor.
endurance. Did anybody see how she just went down? Like, it can get funny from time to time, but like, they just literally didn't do a single thing to touch her, and she just went down from her sway. Look at that body go.
Reno,
She's dead. Sorry, sire. But we
Wait,
got
where's the...
keep quiet
Wait,
and
there's one,
stay out of
two-
the way.
Oh, I missed him? No, I got him. We're gonna equip you because it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put you down here. I'm gonna put... no, you go here and you can go here. I'm gonna drop you because it's not gonna be useful. Gonna drop you, keep the pants. Oh shoot. I'm gonna set the difficulty to 45%, so. Okay. The ambience is what helps.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Just to stop him from attacking me and I can do my thing. quite frankly. I just don't have time to play with enemies that are going to cause me problems. Oh. Forgot that I didn't need the... Never mind. Zombies. Oh, both of them saw me? Really? Ah! Eat your heart out, you vermin. This one's always a hit or miss. Was like some container here or something, right? I was pretty sure that there was at some point. Like this one over here, I know. Ah. Stuff later. I was making an alchemist character. That would all be useful. Oh, shoot. Didn't realize he had an iron shield. Yeah, I have more than enough for everything else. Perfect. I've done this intro so many thousands of times, but like, don't really need you now. It weighs 8 pounds. Yeah, if I can't keep it, then I'll drop it. But no longer carrying any arrows. I keep forgetting I can't use the blade while I'm falling. Cooking rat. Throwing me off. What the, which sound? The goblins? Goblins?
Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more than that? We need to get
Here they come again! Damn it! It's that prisoner!
Kill him, he might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
I don't know what my character... He's not really about the Nine.
I've served the sky. I know these. The sign. Yours.
You may as well stick close and let us do our job.
Your destiny calls you down a different road. Please help
Don't
us.
push me, prisoner. You don't. I'm not
Stay
a patience
away.
with you, prisoner.
You're lucky. The Emperor's in danger! Die, death! For the Emperor!
Come with us. This can only lead to your death. My guardians are sworn to protect me.
Just in time for my end, too.
Am I supposed to? I'll let you take him down!
Come with us.
that side passage over there. Worth a try. Let's go. Just waiting for them to get over here.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
I don't know. I don't see any good options here. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor! For the blades and the Emperor!
I can go no.
Stranger. Chosen.
Take them down!
We failed.
So, armorer. Well, first off, blade. Perfect. I did pick restoration, right? Restoration. Perfect. Armorer. Marksmanship. Block. Heavy armor. Tile.
I wasn't far. You. All right. Shoot. My damage went up exponentially.
That is a saving point before you walk out because it gives you a chance to change everything. Yeah, all that happened to your friend, and you did nothing. Ah.
You move like a pregnant cow.
I had to record that. You move like a pregnant cow. Oh! Oh, look at that. Something to pretty much go forward on all my primary stats. That's good. That was funny, though. Glad I got that on recording. Now for the fun stuff.
Is it light armor at best defense? I haven't spent time.
Anytime.
You're in. Have a look at my wares. I'm. That's a good, deep, fine transaction. Take. Welcome. What can I interest you in? That's more than I'd usually. You make. You drop that up. That's a good. Welcome. What can I interest you in?
Gotta do the math over here, huh? Let's do 37.
That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal. That's more. Drive you. I've used it. Made a good bit of gold. Goodbye. Well, can I interest you in some of my wares? Goodbye. It's my... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Up. Fine. You drive. A fine transaction. You too.
an innocent. Why? You may. Goodbye.
Around. Money making at a little bit of a later point, but for now.
Tertullian, have a look around. You won't find better prices in all town. Hey, let's bargain at any price.
Nice. Two for three. That's not bad.
Fine. Say, can I interest you in some of my wares? Goodbye.
Camera's on. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you, baby. Oh my god, I really do love her.
Welcome to only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? A bargain at any price. Good day.
Just one corner. Isn't it uncanny how Ida Lenormand moves? How do you do?
What kind can I interest you in some of my wares? And goodbye.
Dang it.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat.
You got nothing to eat. What's my break? Oh shoot! Yeah, I can do that.
About the attack on the chapel. It's you. Hi.
Afternoon.
I'm. They say.
Wait, what am I doing?
Can I interest you in some of my wares? Farewell.
Hey, Insomnia, welcome in. Sorry if I'm not paying attention, I'm trying to do some money making. Definitely picked up the big one.
Welcome. May I interest you in some of my fine ware? Let's see. An excellent one. That's more than I'd usually. That's see. That's more. You got a great deal. A good price. Make me a better offer. And excellent. That's sufficient. That's it. You drop. Fine. And that's you got it. That's more than I'd usually pay. I hope I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Good day.
Edgar, have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
both. I needed money in order to do some stuff at the beginning. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta go get my shield.
What? If it's broken, I can fix it. You've got a lot to learn.
What level was it at?
Good
Or was it 30?
day. What? Good that you've got to pay it. I can. Knowledge is. Let's do business.
Did she have any steel? Shoot. Nothing in steel other than the helm, huh? How many helm repair hammers do I have? 3?
Armor, weapons, I have it all. Oh, you come back. Have a look at my whip. I'm sure there's something to suit you. I can't
Oh!
do that. Goodbye.
You all good, Insomnia? This is the red diamond jewelry. Yeah, let me go get my shield.
I understand money is tight, but buying discounts makes sense.
Greetings, Imperial.
Stone. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Fine bargain for you. Farewell.
I'm very close to leveling. Oh my god. Huh.
Get your Black Horse courier here.
No, I don't think I will. You want to know something funny? These idiots right here. Specifically that one right there on the boat, this one lady, and that one dude that walked over there. They'll threaten me to my face saying, don't go near our ship. That dude right there that I'm looking at, he doesn't belong there on that ship. So they don't threaten him and they don't freak out. But God forbid I go next to it. No. Like, consistency, man. Jerks. I know, the double standard's just freaking amazing to me. So I have two ways that I could go about this. So I could go to the arena and at least level up and do the boring stuff first, as far as trying to power level, or I could go dungeon diving across the way from where I escaped and go to Vilverin right here, which is an old ruin. I could level. I might not be able to rest to level up my character, but out of it I get some treasures that are very useful. But I also risk dying because I'm a level 1. And I'm very close to leveling up. Now I could just do both. You know, what the heck? Why overcomplicate an easy meal?
I don't know who you... No. Get...
So, I'm an idiot. Because I might run out of time. I just have to watch them. Should happen in the next few seconds. By watching the arena hopeful spar, you've picked up a few tips. My hand-to-hand increased by 5 points. Too bad it didn't do anything to help me level up.
You haven't run. All right, maggot. When you're ready to...
Yeah, here we go.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. For this match, we've got some fresh meat, 2 brand new pit dogs. So let's not waste any time. Let the battle begin.
Leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it. I'm just curious. I'll give this like a good 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
By the night. Here, kid. This is your payout for the victory. Okay, see you.
One more hour. Gotta get going in 1 hour, so let's make the most of it.
Okay, see you now. Now,
A strange door in Nibian Bay.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Who will prevail? The pit dog from the yellow team or the pit dog from the blue team? Let's find out. Lower the gates. Victory will be. You'll never You're the best. Die.
Come on. Come on.
You'll never leave this arena alive. You're the best. Do your worst. A winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
okay, so you did it again.
All right. So strength, endurance, and luck. I think I can do this. You're not an war veteran. Silly woman.
How can I help?
Yes? Can I interest you in some of my wares? If it's broken, I be seen.
So it's already been like one, not a full day, but I'll just do 3 just in case. No point in not. So a vendor's stock refreshes every 2 to 3 days, and I think that I could do 2 and get away with it, but on the off chance that they don't, I was going to have to do it anyway. So it is currently 8:38, so I have another hour to play. So that means that I should be able to do that dungeon, and then maybe a little bit more on the arena to level up my character. I'm pretty sure I'm going to level up when I get into that cave anyway. Yeah, we'll just do one last 24-hour period. And for certain, if her stock doesn't refresh at this point, I am going to be a little bit disappointed. But once you hit level 2, she should have a larger stock of steel-based items. So the way it works is like up to level 4, but I'm at level 2. So level 1, you just get iron at the vendors. When you're level 2, then you can start buying steel from them.
What?
And then level 4 is
Can I
silver.
interest you in some of my fine
Now that I'm level
wares?
2, I need... Shoot, she just replaced a good majority of everything with... Are you kidding me? Well, at the very least, it looks better than my steel longsword.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
You don't even have so much as like a steel bow or anything? Come on. I don't even know if half her stuff even refreshed. I don't think it did. Maybe it was 3 to 4 days and not 2 to 3. Doesn't really matter. The best defense. It's my 245.
I'm Vernon. Let's do business.
Maybe, sir. You only have 2 pieces of equipment that I need.
You bought that for a song. Farewell.
The best. I offer the finest goods and lowest price.
Yeah, I bet you do, bro.
Herbal slap. What can I interest you in?
You might have stuff. It technically does more damage, so yes, but do you have a steel bow to accompany it? Or a steel sword or anything? Look at this, you don't even sell steel anything! It's all iron crap with you guys. It's like, I can't stand it.
Got a great deal there.
Yeah, I did. Alright, great. What do you have for armor? Do you have anything for armor? Of course you would not have anything for armor. Figure.
Bye.
Maybe Stonewall Shields will have something.
Good day. What can I interest you
Yeah, he's got armor. Do I have the boots? I have the boots, but he's got shield. I don't need the shield. Office of Imperial Commerce. The first edition.
If I had a question about heavy armor, I'd probably ask Varnado at the best defense.
He'll train you in how to use heavy armor, if you're prepared for this time.
Tertulli, have a look at my wares. I'm sure they're...
Got nothing I need.
May I help? May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Goodbye.
Feel free to... Let's do business. There...
Yes? May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Farewell.
So the potions over here, the main ingredient. One of them's got potions. I don't remember who.
Finally. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Well, I'll take that.
That's a good deal.
As opposed to not being a good deal.
Farewell.
Makes no sense to me. Here we go. Gotta find where that potion store was. Did I just pass it and I'm an idiot? Merchant's End, don't need to go there.
And you spare a coin.
Nope. Okay, maybe I can. Get back here.
I can eat.
Have a coin, beggar. Blessings of Arcane upon ye. Edgar's discount spells. The Divine Elegance. And I guess the Gilded. Is it you?
I have everything. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Yes. Okay, so. Strong potion. Well, first off, yes.
Drive a hard bargain. I wouldn't make that deal with just anybody. Pleasure doing business with you. You've made a good bit of gold. Bye.
All right, let's get over to that that dungeon as soon as I drop a bunch of stuff off, so that I don't get over encumbered while I'm in there.
I'm only asking for a single coin.
That stays on until I find some heavy armor. Alright, let's go into that cave. I think that the bandits are back, huh? Yep. We got the bandits! I see what you're trying to do. It wasn't gonna happen. You went. Oh, you moved like a fettered cow, and then goes down in one hit. I didn't even see you the entire time. Ooh, there we go. Wicked stones. This is iron. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, a little sad story here. Not even sad. They're a bunch of bandits. They're criminals anyway. But they were talking about how they had one of their guys like commit mutiny on them, and it was just more of a punishment. Like, oh hey, we're gonna separate you from the group. So they go into the group and separate, but find out later through your own end of things that they apparently and accidentally fed him to a bunch of like skeletons. Like not fed him, but like trapped him in with a bunch of skeletons, and he couldn't do anything to defend himself. Kind of messed up. Oh, I heard the baby crying. She hates bath time. Hi, bud.
This ends here.
Broken fur gauntlets. Okay.
Last mistake you'll ever make. Yep, this was what I was talking about. And there's the character. Zombies.
like 2 seconds. Hey, Matt. Glad to have you here in Taped Gaming. I think... Gaming? I might be very shot. So I'm just turning my brain off with all this. So my apologies for missing all this. But hey, we could be cooking. We've been cooking. I started off with a VOD review for Overwatch for a friend, AE Sage. So yeah, I'm trying to reach that 500, bro. I got stuck at 485 because I stopped having to make content for a short bit there. So got to keep that grind up for real, but I also have to have the time to do it. So what you got in here? Some stuff to sell. Oh, hi. There we go on that. Nothing. Nothing. Just wanted to make sure. The chamber key. What was with the blood on that one? Simple. Get that restoration up. I was about to say, you're really going to screw me of grabbing the item by saying that the cage is still there even though it's like 50 feet above it. Hyperbole, by the way. Silver bow? No, just iron bow. I'll never understand that, bro. Oh, vampires, got it. Come on. There we go.
Got the best.
Really? go. Knew I'd be through it very quickly. And I drop down. This is the entrance that I came in. Is this the morning? Oh my god, it is the morning. Feels like the evening time. I like it. I love how this game can put the feels in on it.
What is it, citizen?
What is it, citizen? Well, I got the two most important items that I need anyway. Make it to the district and they should be open within 2 hours. I don't need to do another 24. Okay, if your stock didn't refresh at all.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. Seems a fair price. Hey, let me take a look at what you've got. Let's get to training. No, pay it. You've got knowledge. Let's get to training. Goodbye.
Oh, I can level up. Well, before I do, yeah, I gotta leave in 15 minutes. You'll take. No. Let's do it the right way, huh?
Well, may I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Do you have anything new?
Herbal slap. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Only if you have what I'm looking for. And you don't.
You too.
You too. We've been
Go ahead.
feuding for months.
What can I interest you
It's only now come to a head.
in? Take care.
No, I don't think I will. Gilded, was that over here? walked away from it. Yeah, I was right next to it too. Shoot.
I have everything. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? And you made it. That seemed good. You made it. Be seeing you.
Good day. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Citadel. You
meant to drop off those stones, but I wanted to sell the things. You get to pick up at the arena the next time we play.
What is it now?
What's going on with you?
Sounds like they don't like each other. Oh. Keep forgetting. There's only like 500 gold in there, not worth my time.
The yellow team. You must be downright determined to get yourself killed, huh?
Try not to die before the gate goes down. Ah! You couldn't even do that, you worthless piece of junk. Got it. Glad you're still here. I appreciate it.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena.
Shoot, I should have looked. Never mind.
Ready for a bloodbath.
The winner of this match
The
will
winner
advance
of
in
this
rank.
match will advance in rank.
So the stakes are. Ooh, steak.
Pit dogs, show us what you're made of.
The best you can do.
Hey, idiot. You know what you've done as an archer? I'll let some of my heavy armor take it.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You earn it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're no longer a pit dog. That's right. You know what brawler rank is? Okay. So that Raymond's getting. All right, Brawler. This next match is going to be a challenge.
Good people of the Imperial City,
I love my daughter.
to the arena.
But as she grows into a toddler and goes through some growth spurts,
Possibly
she gets very
the
clingy.
Yellow Team's wood elf team. Let's find out.
Growth spurts consist of lots of screaming.
We have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now. And rest. You earned
Ah, those girls didn't stand. You beat.
Oh, this is funny, by the way.
I heard a rumor that you're an idiot. Any truth to that? You.
Yeah, this will be the last one, and I'll be able to get off. I don't even know if I'll rank up. How close am I? Decently close. Restoration's almost up. Yeah, I gotta work on getting some of my more minor skills up there.
good people of the Imperial City. Welcome to the arena. The winner of this match will advance to the ring of Bloodletter. Wants it more, the yellow team or the blue team? Let's find out.
Do your worst.
The combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You
Okay, so you can fight.
Yeah, that'll be it. Actually, I can just save right here. Been a while since I saved anyway. Alright, so with that being said, I am a level 3. Supposedly the highest level I can get is 49. But let me go back onto that page because it gives me the information. So analysis. So I should roughly be 10 for endurance, 12 by the time that's maxed, 49. Intelligence should be level 22. Willpower, oh, agility, 26. Speed is 34. Willpower is 38. And personality, 44. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, so I had to build it up. Endurance is already getting up there. $45 across 10 levels. I just need 4.5. I mean, that's why I'm doing heavy armor. So armor is at 40. I gotta remember what they do. I gotta look up the stuff. I probably gotta go assist the wife in like 2 seconds. Oh, shoot, wait a minute. I will forget if I don't do this now.
How do you do?
Hail.
Go ahead. I'm willing. Let's see. Good that there's much I. Take care.
That did it. It takes 2 minutes. Because then I don't have to go to them to repair magical stuff anymore. I'll be a journeyman. And then I'll be able to repair magic items, which is good. Because then my shield and armor don't need to always constantly go.
Yes. Let's get to. There's no. I can.
Long days and nights at the forge make you strong and tough. I'm now a journeyman armorer. Using repair hammers, you can now fully repair magic armor and weapons.
Goodbye.
Now I go back here, save in front of Owen, and I get going. Giving mommy trouble crying. What? My athletics increased. Funny. And I'm a level 5. Great. That was a quick power level. Oh no, level 4, excuse me. Yeah, strength, endurance, and that. Blade, heavy armor, and block are gonna get up there. Very soon I'll be journeyman there. Right, so I'm going to get going. You guys have a good night. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to quit out on here. I appreciate you guys sticking around as long as you did and giving me the support here. I do greatly appreciate it, especially since I just came back from came back from that hiatus, so I need to keep this up. Oh, I'm going to work. I ain't going to bed. I just need to get to work at like 10:30, 10:45. Be at my building, doing. Oh my God, I am doing security cameras, doing dispatch, So I don't have to do a lot of moving, but damn, it does get boring for 6 hours. Thankfully, my chief is very lenient on that and saying you can put some music, so I am definitely doing that. Arrested. For being inside the building. I know, right? Someone's gonna see. Actually, we share it with another company. I can't go into details about who, but we share it with another company, and from time to time I do hear some noises, so I don't know if that's someone working late night into the shift or if someone actually came into the building, like one of my bosses, to make sure I was doing my job, but yeah. I know, right? Open up the door. What the Sam? Oh. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. And tomorrow might be a little too packed for me to stream. And my schedule, I'm not working the entire week. There's only a few days that I'm off. But if I'm not off or if I'm not able to stream tomorrow, I should be able to Wednesday, and I'll see if I can get my 30mm barrel. I'll see if I can get my brother to do some Fortnite, or I'll do some more Battlefront. I'll switch between Oblivion and Battlefront at this point. We'll figure it out. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone, for watching.